There's a reason you felt stuck, blocked, or like you're trying everything but nothing shifts. It's not because you're broken, it's because something sacred in your body has been dormant, silenced by a world that told you to sit still, hold it in, and ignore what you feel below the waist. This isn't about posture, it's about power. The sacrum, the triangular bone at the base of your spine, is not just structural, it's energetic, it's sacred by name and sacred by function. Ancient cultures knew this. That's why in temples, rituals, and initiations, movement always began from the hips, because when your sacrum is activated, your entire field begins to respond. But in modern life, the sacrum is frozen. We're told to grind, push, think harder. The body tightens, the pelvis locks. And with it, the life force that makes you magnetic, the vibrational current that manifests your reality, gets blocked. You don't need to overthink your next breakthrough, you need to move into it. And in this session, you'll learn 5 precise, subtle sacral movements that can unlock years of suppressed energy in under 3 minutes. This isn't about exercise, it's not stretching, it's initiation. It's the return to a language your body never forgot, even when your mind did. Each movement speaks in frequencies, each one opens a door. You won't just feel lighter, you'll feel realigned, remembered, and deeply present in your body again. Start by sitting or standing with your attention focused at the base of your spine. Not the tailbone, but the triangular cradle just above it. Let go of your breath. Let the weight of your body drop. That's where we begin. Let yourself be still, but not stiff. Close your eyes, not to escape, but to arrive. The sacrum doesn't respond to tension, it responds to presence. So begin here, not with force, but with awareness. The first movement is spiral tracing. Imagine your sacrum as the center of a slow figure 8. Without moving your upper body, allow your hips to begin a gentle loop, forward, to the side, back, and around. Smooth, continuous, like you're painting circles in the air behind you. The motion should be so subtle that someone watching might not even notice, but you'll feel it, a ripple inside your pelvis, a heat, a pull. This is not a performance, it's a remembering. Your sacrum holds emotional echoes, the ones you didn't get to express, the instincts you had to suppress, the power you were told was dangerous. As you move, don't try to release anything. Just feel, let sensation lead, let the rhythm emerge from inside, not from thought. The second movement, sacral rooting. As you inhale, imagine energy drawing down from your crown to your sacrum. As you exhale, imagine that energy anchoring down through your pelvis into the earth. With each breath, feel the back of your pelvis get heavier, not numb, alive, rooted like an ancient tree. The nervous system begins to unwind here. The fight or flight dissolves. Movement is breath. Breath is signal, and your sacrum listens. Every micro shift in your hip sends a new message to your field, one of safety, one of access, one of truth. This is how you begin to unlock the stuck frequency loops that keep replaying pain, struggle, and confusion. If you feel resistance, good. That means you're in the right place. Don't fight it. Stay curious. Because what's frozen isn't broken. It's waiting. Now bring your awareness to the sacral pulse. There's a subtle rhythm beneath your spine, a wave-like pulse that moves cerebrospinal fluid up and down your central channel. Most people never feel it because they've never slowed down enough. But once you do, it becomes unmistakable, like a whisper from your deeper self. The third movement is called the sacral breath wave. Begin to gently rock your hips forward as you inhale and tilt them slightly back as you exhale. Not a full pelvis thrust, just a micro shift, like the motion of the tide pulling in and out. Match your breath to your movement. Let the rhythm slow everything down. This movement wakes up the spinal pump. It sends flow to your brain. It quiets the overthinking. You may notice a tingling at the base of your spine or a sudden emotion rising. Let it come. Don't analyze, just breathe. You're not doing the movement, you're listening through it. You've been taught that healing has to be dramatic. That transformation comes from big breakthroughs. But the body works differently. The body shifts through repetition, presence, and trust. These tiny sacred gestures carry ancient codes, and when they're activated, you don't just feel better, you become different. Now the fourth movement, the pelvic cradle. Sit or lie down with your knees bent and feet flat. Begin to gently rock your pelvis side to side, letting your sacrum roll across the floor or cushion beneath you. Let your breath stay soft and open, no pushing, just allowing. With each shift, you're unlocking tissue memories, experiences stored not in your thoughts but in your fascia. Let the motion guide you. This is how trauma unravels, not through words, but through vibration, through presence, through deep felt permission to move. If you're feeling something, a shift, a heat, a quiet inside, pause here, don't rush past it. That feeling is your body saying yes, stay with it. And if this practice is speaking to something deep in you, come back to it. Bookmark this moment. Let this be your new ritual. You're not just watching, you're remembering. The sacrum speaks a language of vibration, not vocabulary, and as you move through these patterns, something ancient begins to reawaken, a knowing that predates your stories, your doubts, your conditioning. The body doesn't lie, and when the sacrum unlocks, the truth rushes in. Now we arrive at the fifth and final movement, the spiraled rise. This one isn't about technique. It's about letting the energy that you've just awakened move upward through your spine, from the sacrum to the heart, from the heart to the throat, from the throat to the crown. Begin in a seated or standing position. Let your hips move in a slow spiral, like they're drawing energy up from the earth. At the top of your inhale, imagine that energy curling upward like smoke, rising through your spine and expanding behind your eyes. On the exhale, soften everything, your jaw, your shoulders, your belly. Let it pour out. This is the release you didn't know your body needed, the untwisting of old patterns, the dissolution of unconscious clenching. You may feel your eyes water, your throat loosen, you may even want to laugh or cry. Let it happen. This is a sacred frequency, not just emotion, but movement unlocking memory. These 5 sacral movements are more than exercises. They're doorways, portals that rewire the way your body communicates with reality. When your sacrum moves, your field moves. When your field moves, your future responds. And you're not just relaxing, you're repatterning. You're telling your body a new story, one that says, it's safe to feel, it's safe to move, it's safe to want. Let that become your baseline, not hypervigilance, not numbness, but sacred motion. Rooted, alive, and free. Now that the sacrum has opened, don't rush to fill the space. Stay in the echo, let the resonance settle. Your nervous system needs time to understand that the old tension isn't coming back, that it's safe now to be in your body without bracing for impact. Most people live in a loop, trigger, reaction, shutdown, not because they're weak, but because their body never got the signal that the danger was over. These movements do more than stretch muscles. They deliver that signal. They say, you can come home now. Notice what feels different. Maybe it's subtle, a warmth behind your belly, a stillness in your breath, a sense of gravity pulling you inward instead of outward. That's not a fluke. That's coherence. That's your field starting to vibrate in alignment again. Healing isn't always about effort. Sometimes it's about listening. These 5 movements don't fix you. They remove the static that's been distorting your signal. And once the distortion's gone, your frequency gets clearer, stronger, more magnetic. That's when reality starts to notice you differently. Not because you've tried harder, but because you've returned to a natural state, one where your desires don't have to fight their way in. They flow toward you. Stay with this new rhythm. Repeat these practices not as routine, but as ritual. Don't treat them as tools, treat them as allies. The more you return, the deeper the access. The sacrum doesn't unlock all at once. It unfolds, and each time you come back to these movements, your system will meet them differently. With less resistance, more depth, and eventually, with devotion. Because when the body realizes it's being listened to, it opens in ways the mind can't force. You don't need to chase your healing, you just need to stop interrupting it. These movements aren't magic because they're ancient, they're magic because they bring you back into relationship. With gravity, with breath, with yourself. The sacrum is the seat of your life force, and life force doesn't respond to logic. It responds to permission, to space, to sensation. When you give it room to move, it begins to reorganize everything, your thoughts, your emotions, your perceptions. Even the way others experience you changes, not because you're pretending, because you're aligned. There is intelligence in your spine, memory in your muscles, and language in your hips. You don't need to understand it all. You just need to keep showing up, letting movement speak where thought has failed. Stay for a moment, don't scroll, don't reach for a conclusion. Let your breath slow, let your sacrum settle. There's no rush to return to the mind, the field is still adjusting. What you did wasn't small, you just shifted your frequency at the source. You interrupted the unconscious freeze, you opened a portal inside your own body, and now the body remembers what safety feels like, what stillness can hold, what flow sounds like when it's not drowned out by tension. Come back to this practice tomorrow, not because something's wrong, but because something's right. And you're finally making space for it. This is not a technique. This is your return. Let the movement continue even after the screen fades. Let your sacrum lead. You're not just unlocking a bone, you're unlocking the rhythm of your becoming.